Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Kanika. Today, we are going to discuss some concepts of object oriented programming. This video is for both CS and IP students of class 12. So, let's begin. Chapter 2, Concept of Object Oriented Programming. This chapter is from class 12 Computer Science book of NCERT. The same chapter is given in class 12 IP book also, but I am preferring this chapter because in IP book the examples given are from the Java programming, but we are studying Python, right? So I will be following this chapter. So let's start. We will be reading through the chapter and understand the concepts. An object-oriented programming, OOP, is a programming language model which is organized around objects rather than actions and data rather than logic. Before the introduction of OOPs, a program was viewed as a logical procedure that takes input, processes it, and produces output. But in case of OOP, a problem is viewed in terms of objects rather than procedure for doing it. Now, what do you mean by this? Earlier, what happened? Programming languages were used to perform some calculations or some logical problems only. But now, it is used for solving real-life problems, say storing of data, retrieval of data, performing some actions on those data. So now, programming language is no longer just used for logical procedures. It is also used for some real-life examples or real-life situations. So OOP, a problem is viewed in terms of object rather than a procedure for doing it. So what is an object? An object can be anything that we notice around. Anything like a person or a cup or a car. Why they are called as an object? For example, if I take person. So person can be described by its name, address, date of birth, typing speed, etc. A cup can be described by size, color, price, etc. So all these things which you see around yourself and can be described in one or another way are called as objects. Object-oriented model. Basically, object-oriented model is used to make programming closer to the real world, or real world problems and solving them, thereby making it a very natural way of programming. So, the core of pure object-oriented programming is to combine into single unit both data and functions or methods that operate on that data. So basically in ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड लैंग्वेज हम कंबाइन कर देते हैं किस चीज को, डेटा को और फंक्शंस को. डेटा मींस डेटा टाइप्स. अब आप थोड़ा सा जानते हैं तो आई कैन यूज द टर्म सच एज डेटा मींस डेटा टाइप्स यू आर यूजिंग एंड फंक्शंस मींस जो आप उसके ऊपर काम करना चाह रहे हो. फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम डिजाइनिंग ए कैलकुलेटर तो मुझे उसके लिए कुछ इंटीजर डेटा टाइप चाहिए, कुछ फ्लोट डेटा टाइप चाहिए, एंड इफ आई वांट टू परफॉर्म सम फंक्शन ऑन इट, से एडिशन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, मॉड्यूलस, divisions, anything, so that is a function I am operating on that. So this was one example where you combine a single unit. Now what I will do, I will take a bag. For example, if I take a bag or a box and I keep those data types in that and those functions such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and the data types in that box, so that will constitute to be as a combined single unit. We will understand this more. We will understand this in detail more in the coming pages. So the basic concept of object-oriented programming. So there are some Simula was the first person. Was the first object-oriented programming language ever introduced. After that, there are many object-oriented programming languages like Java, Python, C++, Visual Basics, .NET, etc. So some basic concepts related to OOPs are objects, classes, encapsulation, abstraction, data hiding, polymorphism, and inheritance. We will study these one by one. First is object. An object is the basic key concept of OOPs language. As mentioned before, it can be anything around us. Okay. So if anyone asks you what is an object, object is anything which you can see around yourself. So there are some characteristics of object. How you characterize object? First is identity. This is the name that identifies an object. For example, a student is a name given to anybody who is pursuing a course. course he can be in 5th class, in 12th class, maybe doing some graduation, post graduation, or a PhD scholar. So anyone who has a name, anyone who is doing any course is a student. So student is a name or an identity given to a person who is studying anything, जो कुछ पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं किसी भी related, उसको एक हम क्या कहते हैं, उसको student कहते हैं. So this is how you identify an object. Or another example is iPhone. What is an iPhone? iPhone is a mobile phone. So mobile phone का एक type है iPhone, right? So that is also an object. Next is property. Property means features or attribute of an object. Features mean उसकी कुछ खूबियाँ. For example, student will have an age, class, date of birth. ये सब होगा. और एक मोबाइल फोन में एक उसका मॉडल, कलर, प्राइस और उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज होंगी. So these are the properties of an object. Next is behavior. The behavior of an object signifies what all functions an object can perform. वो क्या क्या परफॉर्म कर सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, स्टूडेंट कैन पास और फेल इन दी एग्जाम. अ मोबाइल फोन कैन क्लिक एंड स्टोर फोटोग्राफ्स. सो दीज आर सर्टेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट. सो एन ऑब्जेक्ट क्लियरली डिफाइंस एन एंटिटी इन टर्म्स ऑफ इट्स प्रॉपर्टीज एंड बिहेवियर. वो ऑब्जेक्ट, उसका नाम क्या है, उसकी क्या खूबियां हैं और वो क्या क्या काम कर सकता है, is basically what an object is. Now let us see an example of Windows mobile phone. Windows mobile phone, this phone has certain properties and certain functions which are different from any other mobile phone, say Android phones. So Windows phone आते थे पहले, आज के टाइम में कम आते हैं. Symbian the operating system which you must be knowing. Symbian operating system use होता है उनमें. Or you can just take an example of iPhone. If you are not familiar with Windows phone, let us take iPhone and Android phone. So they both are mobile phones, but उनके functions and properties are very different. Both are mobile phone and so possess common features that every mobile phone should have, but yet they have their own properties and behaviors. Still उनकी अपनी खूबियां हैं, उनकी अपनी अलग-अलग properties हैं. The data of a particular object can be accessed by a function associated with that object only. The functions of one object cannot access the data of another object. अब अगर मैं कहूँ कि iPhone के अंदर एक feature, suppose if I am talking about the iPhone feature, say iCloud, they have a feature of iCloud, that is a cloud storage provided by iPhone, and I am using an Android phone Samsung. तो अगर मैं चाहूँ कि I can use iCloud, तो I cannot use iCloud because it is a specific property which is assigned to the iPhone, so I cannot use that. So this is what they are trying to say. The function of one object, iPhone is an object and Android phone is an object. So iPhone के features I cannot use in Android phone. So that is what they are trying to say. The function of one object cannot access the data of another object. So this was about object. Now next come classes. A class is a group of objects with same attributes and common behavior. When we collect basically a collection or a group of objects, जब बहुत सारे object मिलके एक same attribute होता है जिनका और सेम बिहेवियर होता है, तो वो क्या बनाते हैं, क्लास. दे कॉन्स्टिट्यूट अ क्लास. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सारे 12th क्लास के बच्चे एक ही क्लास में बैठे हैं, हम वी से अ क्लास, यू कैन कंसिडर इट टू बी सेम. लाइक अगर सारे स्टूडेंट्स 12th स्टैंडर्ड में हैं, सो दे कॉन्स्टिट्यूट अ 12th क्लास. It is basically a blueprint to create an object. An object is a basic key concept of OOP, but classes provide an ability to generalize similar topics, similar type of objects. Classes क्या करते हैं, जर्नलाइज करते हैं. जर्नलाइज मीन्स जैसे अब मेरे पास है एंड्रॉइड फोन है, विंडोज फोन है, आईफोन है, लेकिन सारे के सारे हैं क्या, मोबाइल फोन. सो मोबाइल फोन इज अ क्लास, वेयर एज एंड्रॉइड फोन, आईफोन एंड विंडोज फोन आर ऑब्जेक्ट्स. Both data and functions operating on data are bundled as a unit in a class for same category of objects. Here to explain the term same category of object, let us take an example of mobile phone. A Windows phone, Android phone and iPhone all fall into the categories of mobile phone. All of these are instance of classes. Instance of class means an object. Say mobile phone and mobile phones are called the object. Similarly, we have another example where students named Rani and Ravish are objects. They have properties like name, date of birth, address, class, marks, etc. And the behavior can be giving exam. So we are talking about three things here: behavior, their properties, and their identities. Identities such as their name is Rani and Ravish. Anybody pursuing any course giving any type of exam will come under the category of student. So student is said to be a class. I hope you are understanding the concept of class and object better now. Although a student can be school student, a college student, or a university student, or a student pursuing a music course, and so on. Yet all of these have same properties and behavior in common, which will form a class. किसी भी field का student हो, but student होता है, तो student is a class. An analogy is that you can have variables of type int, which translates to saying that variables that store integer are variables which are instance of the int class. Okay, so if you understand it with the concept of programming language, variables, there are different types of variables. So integers are also variable which are the instance or the object of int class. There is an int class inside the programming languages of which you are using integer, that is a object. A real instance of class is called an object, and creating the new object is called instantiation. Objects can also have functionality by using functions and belong to a class. Such functions are called method. अब objects, आप सिर्फ objects का तो कुछ नहीं करोगे. If I have student, मेरे पास उसका नाम है, रोल नंबर है और वो study करता है, तो सिर्फ उतने से तो काम होगा नहीं, वो कुछ function भी perform करेगा. राइट अगर मैं सिर्फ मोबाइल ले लूँ, मैंने ठीक है एंड्रॉइड फोन ले लिया, बट उसका क्या यूज जब तक वो कोई फंक्शन परफॉर्म ना करे. सो दे ऑल्सो हैव फंक्शनैलिटी बाय यूजिंग फंक्शंस दैट बिलोंग्स टू अ क्लास. सच फंक्शंस आर कॉल्ड एज मेथड्स. ओके, इन फंक्शंस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? मेथड्स ऑफ द क्लास. नॉट जस्ट मेथड बट मेथड्स ऑफ द क्लास. This terminology is important because it helps us to differentiate between functions and variables which are independent and those which belong to class or object. Collectively, the field and methods can be referred to as an attributes of that class. Let us take the example. Now let us understand this what do you mean by method and functions and variables by an example. See, here is a class given mobile phone. Now mobile phone will have data, model, color and price. So these are data, model, color and price are the, what are they? They are the variables. For example, if I am using a phone, you are using a phone, your sister is or brother are using a phone. सबका मॉडल अलग होगा. ऐसा तो नहीं पूरी दुनिया एक ही मोबाइल यूज कर रही है. Everyone has different model, everyone has different color and everyone have different price for which they have brought the mobile phone. So these are certain variables जो हर मोबाइल फोन के साथ रिलेटेड होते हैं, बट सबके लिए अलग अलग होते हैं. राइट अगर वो सेम यूज भी कर रहे हैं मॉडल नंबर, तो उसका मॉडल आइटम नंबर कुछ ना कुछ अलग होगा. कोई भी दो फोन तो एक साथ यूज नहीं कर सकता. सो दीज आर डिफरेंट वेरिएबल्स. वेरिएबल्स मीन जिनकी वैल्यू वेरी करती है. So mobile phones have certain variables and now there are certain functions which a mobile phone can perform, such as store number or you can मिस कॉल डिटेल्स यू कैन गेट ऑन योर फोन. तो ये फंक्शन जो है वो हर मोबाइल के अंदर होगा, चाहे वो एंड्रॉइड हो, चाहे वो आईफोन हो या चाहे वो विंडोज फोन हो. सो दीज आर द फंक्शंस व्हिच आर परफॉर्म्ड ऑन अ मोबाइल फोन. सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट क्लास इज मोबाइल फोन and these are certain variables and these are certain functions. A class is defined before the creation of objects of its type. आप अगर ऑब्जेक्ट यूज करना चाहते हो किसी भी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में, सो यू नीड टू डिफाइन द क्लास बिफोर दैट. यू कैन नॉट यूज एन ऑब्जेक्ट विदाउट अ क्लास बिकॉज ऑब्जेक्ट इज एन इंस्टेंस ऑफ द क्लास. इंस्टेंस मीन्स उसी से ही आप उसको यूज कर सकते हो. द ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर देन क्रिएटेड एज इंस्टेंस ऑफ दिस क्लास एज शोन इन फिगर बिलो. नाउ हाउ दिस ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर क्रिएटेड? For example, a mobile phone is there. Functions, I think there's a functions. Different phones have different functions. So Nokia, Lumia, Asha, and iPhone. These are what? These are objects of this class mobile phone, and all these have different data and functions. They will have some common functions as well as they will have some different functions, right? In the above example, Nokia, Lumia, Asha and iPhone are all instances of class mobile phones. All these instances are similar in the sense that all have basic feature that a mobile should have. So all these objects are of the class. उनके कुछ ना कुछ basic feature will be similar, but some of the features ऐसे भी होंगे जो सिर्फ individual उन्हीं phone में है and बाकी phones में नहीं है. The general form of class definition in Python and creation object will be discussed in the next chapter. Then comes the encapsulation. Now encapsulation, what is the meaning of encapsulation? It is combining of data and functions associated with the data in a single unit. When we combine data and functions, as you can see in the example above, what they have done here in figure 1, what they have done, they have combined the variables and data functions together in a box, in an entity or in a box. So this is called as encapsulation. In most languages including Python, this is called as class. Okay. In figure 1, we have seen the example of mobile phone. In simple terms, we can say encapsulation is implemented through class. Encapsulation को implement means to execute. किस तरीके से execute किया जा सकता है? By using classes. In fact, the data members of a class can be accessed through its member functions only. It keeps the data safe from any external misuse. The only way to access the data is through the function. What they are trying to say, as I go into figure 1 again, if I want to use, for example, model, if I want to use the variable model, I can use the variable model only by using the functions of this class. I cannot use model directly outside the class. I have to use the variable model थ्रू दीज टू क्लासेस ओनली. मैं कोई थर्ड फंक्शन मेरा जो इस क्लास के बाहर होगा, इस क्लास के बाहर अगर मेरा कोई फंक्शन है, आई कैन नॉट यूज दैट फंक्शन टू एक्सेस दिस वेरिएबल्स. These variables can only be accessed by using this function. So that is what encapsulation provides. It also provides security. So this was all about this video. The remaining concepts of OOPS we will be discussing in the next tutorial. So do watch the next video, and if you have any doubt regarding this video, feel free to ask me. You can comment your doubts in the comment box below, or that will be discussed in the doubt session, or you can directly ask your doubts in the coming doubt session. Thank you.